What's up? This is Derrick Brown of the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to Rashad and David of the Panther Nation podcast. The voice of the Panther Nation. Make sure y'all like them and subscribe. Keep pounding.
Yo, this is Panther legend Jonathan Stewart, and I just wanted to shout out to Rashad Beard and David Rhodes of Panther Nation podcast. The voice of the Panther Nation. Keep pounding.
You are now tuned into the Panther Nation podcast.
Delone fires to an open Smith. Steve Smith is going to go all the way. No flags down. Smith scores, and the Carolina Panthers win in overtime.
Seal, he's intercepted by Eakley. Eakley inside the 20 to the 10 and to the end zone for another Panthers.
Welcome to the Panther Nation podcast. And here are your hosts, Rashad Beard, and David
Rhodes. Yo, what's poppin'? What's cracking with the people? Dave, what's good with you, broski? How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Good holiday weekend to say the least. It was pretty good. You know, we came up on a Panthers W. You know what I'm saying? It's a good weekend, bro.
Okay, sounds good. Let's. They saying they can't hear you, Dave. You might be a little low.
No, I can up that a bit. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, they're saying there's a weird echo.
Yeah, well,
and I think I know why. I know why. All right, so there it is. My fault.
Yeah, the echo was happening mid-theme. I didn't know whether or not it was going to go and come.
My bad. All right, so that's my fault because I got my desktop audio sharing. Because I have that, Dave, mute your mic for a second just while I do this, okay? While I do this. All right. Let's get this thing kicked off right. We haven't heard it in a while. Dave. So good. Yeah. All right, Dave. Welcome back.
I'm still low volume, guys. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, I think you sound a little bit better to me too.
I just want to make sure.
Let's make sure Dave's mic check is good. That's a wrap showing.
Yeah, is my mic good, guys? If not, then I can make a little bit of a. I'm still low volume. Hold on, let me see something.
Yeah. All right, let me get these shout outs real quick. Let me get the shout outs cracking. Panther Nation, what's good? D-Tice, what's good? Southern Chef, what's good? Brad Hope, Miko, Trill One, what's good? Vika, what's good? 704 Bound, my man, what's good? Chauncey, what's good? Renegade, Pat Kilkenny is out here. Southern Chef, what's good? Grandizer, what's good? You sound much better than me. Yeah, much better, Dave.
I figured out why. That was on me.
Jeffrey, what's good? Perth Panther, what's good? Marcus, what's good? You sound better now to me.
Yeah, I upped the input, so hopefully you guys can hear me now. Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah, you sound way better.
All right. Am I still low now? What about now? It can't be low now. I put it to the max.
You good? No, you good. I can tell you good. They're saying way better, Dave.
All right, now let's go. Let's do this.
All right. Yeah, all right. Let's get it cracking. Apologies for the sound issues. I was experimenting. Hey, man, it's been a long time since we had a chance to play Sweet Caroline. So I had to figure out how to do it because it's been a minute. Okay, it's been a minute so I had to figure out how to do it with StreamYard. So apologies for the technical difficulties there. All right, so listen, we got the dub. A lot of people are upset about it, Dave. Some people aren't. Some people are. But you know, we here. We are now 5-10, and our draft position has dropped accordingly due to our victory. So
what's our draft position?
Right now it's 9th.
It's 9?
9 right now, yeah.
All right. I have a question for you, Rashad.
What's that?
Who was the last guy we drafted at 9th?
That was Luke, wasn't it?
There's a method to my madness.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. All right, I see what you're doing, Dave.
There's a method to my madness. So don't worry, guys. We're gonna be fine.
I see what you did there, Dave. Smart, good move. All right, touche. So before we dive into that, we got to talk about the holiday. How was your holidays, Dave? Was everything good over there?
Nah, it was good, man. It's just weird, typically I rotate. I go home every other year. I head down to the Carolinas every other year, but last year was my year to go down. So luckily this year I had to stay up anyway. So the pandemic, but when it came to typically when I'm up here, we have dinner with my wife's family, but that was a no-go because we didn't want to have a gathering. So we ended up cooking. I haven't cooked Christmas in my house since I bought the house. So it's been almost 10 years. So it's been a while. So from that standpoint, it was different. My daughter, I got to pick my daughter up tomorrow from her mother. My son was happy, and that's all that matters ultimately. I thought he was on the naughty list, but he made the cut. So Santa did show up and hook him up. But so overall it was good. But it was pretty chill. That's all it can be at this point.
That's what's up. Yeah. Your boy was in the mountains. Obviously, I did the last show from the mountains. I was up in Shenandoah Valley, up in VA. And so, man, the holidays were good for me. I went ice skating, snow tubing, all the good stuff, all the fun stuff. So everything was straight, got back safely, which is all positive. But Dave, we got a special guest that is going to join the stream, because Dave wanted him here. I didn't want the dude here. I don't know why.
Really?
I'm joking. We got special guests in the building. Shout out to Pat Coltrane. What's good with you, sir?
What up?
What's good with you, sir?
Nothing much, man. How y'all dudes doing, man? How y'all feeling today, man?
We good.
Man,
we good, brother.
Oh,
We
man,
good.
why you ain't got me nothing to drink, Dave? I'm the guest.
Listen, man, I'll give you a virtual glass of wine, man.
Appreciate it.
Pat,
My brother.
Pat, before we get into the football talk, we gotta, we go through our particulars. How was your holidays and all that? How was it for you?
Man, it's pretty dope, man. I ain't do nothing. Spent time with the family, opened up some gifts. I just enjoyed the time off, man. It was good though. I ain't did nothing. I don't have the money to go on trips and stuff and be in the mountains and jump. So
Look, man, pandemic's mandemic, man.
right.
You gotta live life, bro. You gotta live life.
No, I feel you. I've been
masked up.
I've been riding the stay at home train for a very long time. I've been riding the stay, it's been a year since I've been to the Carolinas at this point.
Oh yeah?
It has been a year.
You ain't missing nothing, man.
I'm missing the Rona because I saw the governor. I saw the governor caught that joint. 21% positivity rate in the state. I know. I'm missing the Rona. So but at some point I gotta get down there and see my parents. I'm coming with a plan to try to do something in the spring by hook or by crook. Hopefully by then I might have the vaccine, but we'll see. It's just I gotta get down there, man. My parents are old, man. I gotta get down there and go see them.
Oh yeah, South Carolina, man. That's where everybody come to retire.
You ain't kidding.
So.
I'm gonna go start house hunting there very soon.
Oh yeah. Man, hey, look, where you at right now?
Rhode Island.
Oh yeah. Get you a nice.
Nah. I am not shoveling snow in my 60s, bro. That is not an option.
Definitely not. This is where you come and get stuck and chill, man. You know it. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into particulars. Let's get into this. Before you get to the game, I've got a couple of different items to take care of. Real quick, I got to shout out our giveaway winner from last couple weeks ago. I didn't get a chance to do it last week because I forgot, and Marty Herney got fired. So it was a lot of news to talk about, so I just completely forgot. But shout out to 704 Bound. I think Pat sent him over here just to win something.
Right, one of my shooters. He deserving. Hey, the truth is, he robbed Rashad. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't want no giveaway. He rolled up on Rashad and said, "Where's that?"
Strong on your boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
True story, man. That picture just showed up at my house today, yesterday. So shout out to Joe Bello. He's a hell of an artist. Look him up on Twitter and buy his stuff, yo. Because he's a good artist, man. He's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah, he is great. He is great. So shout out to 704 Bound. Got the dub. Many more I got a couple more coming, man. As soon as my package get here, As soon as my package get here, I'll do some more giveaways. They won't be signed, obviously, but I got a couple more things to give away. Probably at season's end, we'll give away some stuff. But yeah, man. So that's all I got for shout out to 7-4 Bound. Got the dub. Man, appreciate the support and all that. And congrats. All right. So moving on to the game. Hey, did y'all see this picture though? How does this make you feel inside, man? Did y'all see this?
I shed a tear, bro.
I didn't even see this. Who posted
This
it?
is I think this is Thomas Davis' wife posted this on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly link. I can't even tell. Luke looked like he lost about 50 pounds. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So it was crazy.
Believe it. All in 1 year, dog. Look where we at now. I feel like we didn't appreciate this enough.
We didn't.
We didn't appreciate this.
We did not.
Oh,
we didn't. And now we out here. Now we out here trying to figure out the rules.
Oh my gosh, we messed up. We deserve everything that come to us.
Just remember, Pat, before you got on, I wanted to remind people about the last guy that we took at 9th overall pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
That guy right there, Mr. Kuechly. So I think folks need to calm down, but we'll get to that discussion.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, shout out to Luke, man. This is the first time I've seen Luke, like since he retired. We had never see him. He's low key in the background doing the scout thing. We never see him. So this is my first time seeing him since then. He look good, man. Looking healthy. Hopefully, his head's on straight.
My man, hold on. I'm sorry reading his comment. Jared Carlson said, "Is Pat still in trouble with Miss Davis?" What I did? Well, I don't. What did I do?
You must have did something, dog.
I know it wasn't not Thomas Davis' wife. I had an issue with what's the dude name? The running back with the weird name. Fozzie Whitaker.
You had an issue with Fozzie?
With his wife.
Oh, wow.
I mean, and it wasn't even my issue. It was something a fan had said. I guess the fan assumed I said something or interpreted something I said, and Fozzie Whitaker's wife she just went kind of weird about it. She kind of said, "Ain't nobody don't care about no whack podcast." I was like, I ain't even say nothing, but it's cool. She ended up saying, "No, it was just a mix-up." But no, it wasn't Mrs. Davis. Oh, heck no. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, you don't want to get on that.
No problem.
We don't want no smoke with that family. Shout out Thomas Davis is the Panther legend, and we don't disrespect Panther legends on this podcast. Shout out to Thomas Davis. Shout out to Luke Kuechly, man. Good seeing them. But I didn't know that. I didn't know you had smoke with Fozzie Whitaker and his wife.
Yeah, by accident.
All right. So moving on, I just wanted people to see this. I don't know if a lot of people saw it, but it was posted on Twitter by Thomas Davis's wife. She looked like she had some of the feels too in the post. But yeah, man. I don't think Thomas Davis didn't play. He was inactive. I think he's hurt.
He was inactive. Yep, he's hurt.
Yeah, so he didn't play. So that's unfortunate that he didn't get a chance to play against the Panthers. But probably good for us. But anyway, moving on. So. Dog, we lost another left tackle to IR. Trent Scott went to IR. He's we promoted Matt Kasky, whatever.
Kasky.
I don't even know the dude. Whatever. Now you want to correct names. Now you want to correct names, Dave.
Yes. Because I will not let you keep slandering me with the names.
Well, y'all know I mess up names all the time.
Nah, man. Yo, man, I got attacked. I got attacked on the stream, man. I got attacked pretty bad.
At least you're not racially insensitive, man. God, dog, this dude, man.
I didn't look. I wasn't racially insensitive. I just said the name how it was read in my eyes. I apologize.
What name?
The Falcons kicker. Y'all not supposed to laugh though.
No, but all y'all laughing. It ain't me.
Like for real though, who wouldn't pronounce it the way
Young Ho? Yeah, like no, who wouldn't pronounce it that way? I mean,
like,
when you read it, it's Young Ho. It's Young Ho cool, but it's just when you first read it, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how Dwayne Haskins. That's probably how Dwayne Haskins would say it too.
Right.
So let's not do that. That's a first round pick. They'll be out here insulting me.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, this dude got promoted to the active roster, and Chill, Pat. And
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, it's Young Way. Sorry, Aspen.
Go ahead.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Young Way. It's Young Way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, you didn't even learn from your past transgressions.
No, because I forget. Because what happens is like, so,
Twice.
yo, when I was a kid, my thing about reading was this. When I was when I didn't know how to say a word, they would tell me how to say the word properly.
Right.
But if you come back to me next week, I am damn sure gonna forget how to say that shit.
You're a South Carolinian.
So that's the SC in me, man. I apologize.
That's
You know what I'm
we
saying?
do.
That's a Pro Bowl kicker though. Young Way is a Pro Bowl kicker.
Yeah.
And by next week, it won't be Young Way anymore, and I'm gonna have to be apologizing again.
Say young hoo.
Look, man, I gotta do better.
You look like young. I thought you was gonna say the other word because that's what it looked like. But you said young hoo.
No, but the first time I said that earlier too.
Oh, you said it earlier too. Okay.
The first time you said it the super wrong way.
Hey, yeah. I don't even try no more, man. I just call them Falcons kicker, dog. Call them Falcons kicker, man.
All right, so Trent Scott. Again, we lost another left tackle. We got Michael Schofield currently starting at left tackle, and it's not a good situation. We got we started with Okung, we lost him. Greg Little played 2 games, lost him. We lost him before he started, and now we lost Trent Scott, who I think might be the guy of the future. I think Rule really likes this kid, and then Schofield, is next up. So it sucks. And RIP to the left side of that line, but it's not looking good. We got one more game to get through, and hopefully we'll figure it out from then on. But yeah, I'm real disappointed in Greg Little for sure, man. That dude. I mean, I just hope whatever he hurt, including his head, is all right. Because I know he had some concussion issues. But I don't want to see cats hurt. But it sucks that we traded up to get to. And I appreciate. I mean, people kill Hurney and whatnot for trading up to get him. But listen, I appreciate the
effort. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
Because you can't knock the man for not trying. Because we would knock him pretty bad if Little would have ended up being a star somewhere else. Right. We would have knocked him for not taking him. So I appreciate the effort because at least he knew that they needed to fix the line. Yeah. I mean, I wish our fan base could understand that he tried. He tried the line.
And I think initially everybody was happy,
Oh yeah, because we needed to fix the line.
Mm-hmm. Everybody was happy, but I'm be honest. Looking at Greg Little game, I wasn't super duper excited. I was excited because we picked up the tackle, but he just didn't pan out, man. It's terrible.
Well, in his defense, it's a little early. Like he has time.
We've seen this before.
I know we had the tie of so I get it.
Yeah, we've seen this. And then not only that, he was always a road grader anyway in the run game. He was never a pass protecting left tackle. So I thought he was never really a good. I thought he would develop something. That's why he didn't get to start early. But it just never came. And listen, we gotta fix it. And if he gets healthy, that's a bonus. But at this point, we can't wait for him to get right. We got to fix it now, and we can't wait on him. So anyway, nothing to do with Greg Little. Again, Trent Scott is hurt, and we got another bum coming off the practice squad. I'm sorry, Schofield is starting, but this other bum got promoted just in case something happens to Schofield. When the way things have been going, this dude might end up starting. So it is what it is. It is.
So imagine if you had a rookie quarterback and this guy might start. That's all I'm gonna just throw that out in the air for you guys.
Man. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into it, but I believe we got a long way to go either way. Whatever we decide to do.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So again, let's dive into the game. We did win 20-13 over Rivera's new team, and it's boy. I mean, it was an ugly game, both sides, but we ended up pulling it out barely. Listen, the second half offense was trash. It's been bad for a long time, and it's not getting any better.
Crazy.
I don't know. And listen, y'all know I support Teddy. I still support him. Again, I said it on the live stream. Don't think he's the future. I think I've seen enough for that to make that determination. But I did if we could pair the first half Teddy with this defense that's playing right now, I think we would be not the first. I mean the first seven games,
7-8 games,
games worth of Teddy. If we could pair that Teddy with what we have now, I think things would be a little bit better. I think what we're having an issue with, I think a lot of it has to do with not being able to establish the run. Obviously, Curtis Samuel had the big run. I mean, it was for 45, 50 yards. You take that out, we can't run the football. And so Teddy needs to have a run game, which is not.
But before you continue about our inability to run the football, I got to ask a question for you. What is one of the biggest factors of being able to run the football?
You need a line.
You need a what?
Did I get it right? Or
no. I want you to repeat it again for the people. You need a what?
You need a line. I think you need a line, and I feel like that's definitely part of it. But also, I feel like teams they're not scared of Teddy going downfield. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not. But the thing is, the combination of no line and the fact that they're not scared of Teddy throwing it down the field is deadly as hell.
Right.
Because our line is trash, and they're not scared of Teddy going past 15 yards. They can just line to put everybody in the damn box, not to worry about anything because our line is trash.
Right.
So even Teddy don't even have a chance to halftime. His play action is not even effective because of how trash our line is.
I feel like even without that in the first half, because that's the biggest. That's the point. And I'm glad you made that number one. In the first half, we show so much potential, and consistently throughout the season, when it comes to the second half, we just turn everything just go haywire.
But you know what? But the other thing too, man. I know it's easy. I know Teddy is an easy target here, and I know folks are gonna give Teddy all this heat. Mm-hmm. But now you got to get to the point of questioning the coaching staff and the way they fucking adjust.
I've been saying that. That's a great point, Dave. That's what I was gonna say. Was that I feel like a lot of it is not the ability to not adjust, right? You have to come out. You have to do things different. You can't come out and do the same things you did in the first. And carry that on. I think that to a bigger extent, you look at the first half of the season, things was clicking, all cylinders. And I think what happened was that these professional coordinators, these dudes that do this, that have been doing this for a long time, just simply said, "Yo, this is easy. We can adjust to this. This is a college offense. We've seen this. We just gonna adjust." And I think Joe Brady has to be held accountable too. And I'm not saying it's all on him. I think maybe it's partially Teddy and partially Joe Brady. Maybe, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying this for fact or truth. Maybe he is limited by what Teddy is capable of or what the offensive line is capable of doing. Maybe he's only calling 5-yard out in routes because that's all the time he has to throw. I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I don't know.
I mean, to me, it just looks like Teddy is playing scared. I see a lot of checking down. I know they call him check down Teddy or whatever they want to call him, but that's what I'm noticing. I do think part of the blame does go to the coaching. It has to go to the coaching. Because this doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna put all that on Teddy, man. Not the second half woes. Because it ain't just
because the thing is, we used to be critical of Rivera because he never adjusted.
Right.
And he just adjusted in the second half. We gotta be you gotta accept the reality of what we're seeing, bro, guys. And I'm not just talking to Pat and Rashad. I'm talking about everybody with the chat cast and everybody in the chat. You got to accept the fact that what we're seeing right now is the stuff that we used to freaking hammer Rivera about. Mm-hmm. We ain't adjusting in the second half, and the other team is. Even Rivera did. And if Rivera would have freaking swapped quarterbacks, there's a question of whether or not we would have won this game. If he waited too damn long to swap quarterbacks. And I
ain't gonna lie, you're right, man. Because Heineke, whatever your name,
man.
I was like, they can win this. When he came out aggressive, I know Heineke game. That's how he is. He plays really aggressive. He kind of like a gunslinger, and all it really takes is one good hit. I call him Mr. Glass on my show because I know all it takes is one good hit. But you're right. I feel like they would have had a better chance if they would play him.
They asked Rivera that question about why they waited so long to go to him. And he pretty much said that he felt like the week before Haskins came out and he actually did some damage. But then the fact that the one good thing that Carolina did at the beginning of the half was the fact they had a 7-minute drive, even though they didn't score anything. Because he admitted that was a big factor, too, of why they made the decision to wait. They wanted to give Haskins a chance to see what he could do. And then when he didn't do nothing, then they went to Heineke. But because we had that long drive at the beginning, it helped us out a lot, even though we didn't score. But because of that long drive, it helped out because it delayed the inevitable of Haskins, stinking it up. Because we might have saw Heineke sooner if we would have been 3 and out in it going into the half. So that helped. So that's like the only positive that came out of the second half offense is the fact that they had a long ass drive at the beginning.
That's sad. We scared of Heineke. That's where we was at.
Hey, listen, truth be told, there was a drop touchdown away from like really tying this thing.
Yeah,
you're right.
Your boy, Sims? I think he had he laid out the ball and dropped it. I mean, we were nervous, bro. Like it wasn't pretty. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous. And it kind of is what it is. And when you allow Drew Lock to do his thing, I mean, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh my god,
you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
it is what it is. All right, real quick, let me get through these. Left tackle, obviously, we talked about that. We cycling left tackles. Special teams, they actually handle their business. Shout out to Zilstra for actually following on the football because I recall back to the Saints game. When your boy, I was watching the Saints game, I think it was last week, where he did similar issue happened. Dude muffed the ball,
got it out of bounds,
and the ball ended up going out of bounds for safety. Without that 7 points, who knows what would have occurred? So shout out to
crazy.
shout out to the special teams, the defense. I mean, albeit Haskins, they played what was in front of them. They did very well. Again, when it comes to these backup quarterbacks, I don't put much credence into it because listen, they prepare for one dude all week. When you come in, day of the game, it's a backup quarterback. Usually backup quarterbacks shine like that because, nobody knows what they're going to do.
Right.
You didn't prepare for that man all week. You prepared for somebody else.
But the problem, but the thing that it's a mixed bag.
No. Look at Hurts, right? Look at Hurts. When Hurts came in, he was shining, right? And everybody was like, Hurts, that dude. Now these teams got tape on them and they starting to adjust. You know what I'm saying? So it's typically when backup quarterback comes in, they provide that spark just because we weren't preparing for that. So I wasn't, they were dominant when playing Haskins and they showed up when they needed to when playing Heineke. So they did their part. Shout out to the defense. And Chase Young. I think Chase Young definitely solidified defensive rookie of the year. I know we was all pissed off and mad that Burns didn't get in there, but I think he did his thing, albeit against, fourth string left tackles.
Don't matter.
So it is what it is.
Don't matter. Yeah. All they're gonna do is look at the numbers at the end, and he freaking put in work.
He went crazy. I mean, I'm be honest. I guess I got my hopes up about watching this dude. He was alright. I ain't gonna say he, he's a world beater. But I felt like for him to get the recognition he's been getting, I expected a lot more. I know he got forced fumbles.
The thing you got to remember, Pat, is that he plays for a major market team,
and that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a lot of folks on our fan page don't understand. Like Chin's got to be like, it's kind of like the black plight, right? Like you got to be 2 to 3 times better than the next guy.
Heck yeah.
So like it's the same thing when you play for a small market team. You gotta be like outstanding to win it. Otherwise, if there's some big guy who was drafted in the top 5 on a major market team, he's gonna get the initial look regardless. So you gotta pretty much outshine him. And Chin was doing that. I mean, he's won Rookie of the Month. He won Rookie of the Week multiple times this year. I don't think he's out of the running, but the way that Chase Young balled, even if it was against our 4th string left tackle, they're going to give him credit to that because the numbers ain't going to pay attention to which left tackle he was beating. Yeah, they're just going to say he got
the Pro Bowl, and I talked about this on my show, man. The limelight, Charlotte is out of the limelight, so y'all might as well go ahead and let it go. Like David said, these players are going to have to perform above and beyond, and we're going to need some type of personality to even get that limelight back on us. Jeremy Chin has been balling out. Ain't nobody been talking about him. No major media has really been talking about him. and Brian Burns balling out of control. Ain't nobody talking about him until unless we in the game. And that's how Chase Young got in the Pro Bowl over Brian Burns. I'm telling y'all, I don't care about. I mean, I get it. Brian Burns has been balling out of control, but nobody don't care about Carolina Panthers no more. We back to square one. We back at the start.
It's different when we're not winning, man. Like if we were winning, then it'll be a different discussion. But we're not winning. We're not winning. And then on top of that, Washington's playing for a division title. Even with this loss, they still got a shot to win a division next week. So that's a factor.
Right.
Like those things are factors, and the fact that Washington's a major marketer in the NFC East. Blah 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 blah. So
yeah. All right. So that's the takeaways I got. We're gonna get to a few things before we get into stock up, stock down. But shout out to Mike Davis. I don't know how they calculated this because when I calculated it came out to 987. But since they posted it, the Panthers posted it, we just don't believe it. So,
you have to believe.
Hey, they did it. I don't know if he got a punt return or what.
Yeah, he had to have something. It might be something you ain't.
Came from, but shout out to Mike Davis. He got 1,000 scrimmage yards. And again, I don't know where it came from. I calculated 987, but I'm no math major, so hey, it is what it is. We're just gonna give it to him. They posted it, so it's true. So shout out to Mike Davis, 1,000 all-purpose yards. Anybody want to jump in on this?
Congrats to Mike. Congrats to Mike, and he posted a tweet to remind folks why all these players play to win, man.
Heck yeah. Facts. I was gonna say that, man. Shout out to him, man. He definitely deserved it. I kind of talked about it, man. Like, I don't know how many yards he had going into that game, but like Dave said, man, like he's not gonna come into this game. Okay, we tanking, so I'm gonna wait on my 1,000 yards because I really want us to lose. There's no way you're gonna stop that dude from running them 1,000 yards. If it's 1,000, because apparently it ain't. Rashad said it ain't.
Yo, man. Look, man. I'm about to. You know what, man? You know what the problem you got, Rashad? I'm gonna tell you what your issue is and why you can't find this 1,000 yards, man. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. You retired from fantasy. You ain't here looking at these fantasy numbers. I bet you the fantasy numbers got that 1,000 yards in there somewhere. I bet you. You gotta get the fantasy data, man.
Where you get your stats from?
Oh no. This was the Panthers. Oh, the Panthers posted this, but I got the numbers from ESPN. Then I cross-checked that with Pro Football Reference. Okay. So both of them had a 987. I'm just saying, I don't know where it came from. Somebody lying.
Somebody lying like shit.
I don't know. Again, I could be missing something.
We gotta check NFL.com, man. Yeah. We're gonna have to check NFL. Now you're gonna have me checking NFL. Now I'm about to check right now.
I don't know what happened, but anyway,
I'm about to check right now because now you got me staring at numbers.
Slim said it's 1,015 on Pro Football Reference, so I guess I'm wrong.
All right, I'm looking now. Yo, he got 642 yards rushing and 373. Yeah. ESPN don't know what the hell they talking about, man.
All right, I'm just saying.
It's 10-15. So congrats to him. It's 10-15.
ESPN hating.
ESPN out here hating.
Somebody was hating.
So they mean they got to do some stat adjustments on their fans. I bet you the fantasy numbers are right. See, that's that ESPN.com shit. That's what I'm talking about right there, man.
So Jeffrey said ESPN to update the stats today. So maybe I just was premature because they posted it like immediately after the game. I was like, so I went to ESPN, looked it up. I'm like, yo, these numbers ain't right. So shout out to Mike Davis. Man. They updated somewhere. I knew y'all would get it right. But that's why I wanted to shout him out anyway, because I knew if the Panthers posted it, it was legit. So shout out to Mike Davis, man. And again, he talked about his pops and how his dad wanted him to see him play football, especially back home in the Carolinas. And so shout out to him. He said his dad would be proud. So that's why.
Again, that man a liar. After he done dedicated these yards to his daddy, and you call him a liar. I didn't call him a liar, man. This man did all hating.
Shout out to Mike Davis, man. I didn't want to. Shout out to Mike Davis, bro. But then if he would have just imagine if he would have played the first two games with McCaffrey wasn't there, he could have had more. So just y'all know how I feel about CMC and the contract, but just saying it's out there.
You don't like Christian McCaffrey. David don't either. Neither one of y'all like him. I
like McCaffrey. I don't think he should have gotten paid that much money.
I tell you what, boy.
That's what it boiled down to, bro. Like, here's the thing, right?
Y'all wrong, man.
I'm not wrong.
I ain't
Like,
never gonna have nothing nice. Watch.
all I'm gonna say is this: that man trying to play for the Saints next week so he could get a win this season because he hasn't gotten a win as a starter yet this year.
You plan on playing him?
He wants to play. Like,
He need to sit down.
Yeah.
no, he ain't, dude. They are trying to get that man to play. He wants to play.
Yeah.
That man needs to get a dub this year. That man has not won a game when he started. And I know folks saying, well, it's based on the opponent. It's based on the opponent.
Right.
Dude, like, it ain't my fault that you ain't healthy, bro. And like I said a few weeks ago, look, the pain is different when you get a big deal. I'll say it again for you guys. The pain is different. Like, some of the pain that
you got money.
Yo, listen. The pain is different when that contract is huge.
Feel good, coach. My stomach hurt.
Yo, son.
Man.
And you know what? I can't be mad at him for it. Like, because he played, because, like, people forget this man played through. My man played through some stuff last year before he got his contract. Like, he played through injuries last year.
You ain't crazy, yeah.
Yeah, so truth be, like, and I say it all the time, the injuries, the pain is different when that deal is signed. It's different. It's just different. It's different when you're only on a rookie deal versus $16 million a year. It's different. It's just different.
We gonna find out, man. We gonna
Drew
find
Brees out here. Drew Brees out here. Drew Brees out here. The injuries are different when you make $30 million a year, brother. It's just different. It's just different. It just is. No, dog, it's different. A concussion is different. Like, things are just different when people get paid. I'm not comparing a 1K to a 2K. I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this. No, if you, Mason, post it up, man. Post it up.
Who?
Mason Saley. Let me tell you something, man. Let me explain it to you. If you want to play this, I'm not trying to compare, but I will say this. Mike Davis ain't making $8 million. He ain't making $8 million. He making close to the minimum to do what he's doing right now. So I'm not really comparing.
So you want to? So would you re-sign Mike Davis?
I would love to re-sign him, but his contract's gonna be through the roof next year, bro. We ain't gonna be able to re-sign him. He's gonna get paid. That man about to get paid, bro.
So would you pay Mike Davis the money he want?
Nah, because he's gonna want too much.
Man, we ain't about to have no players. Y'all want to sign nobody? Y'all want?
No, but no, it's not even that we don't want to pay him. It's just the fact that, all right, think about it, man. A team like the Jets, just hypothetical, plenty of cap space. This man just got 1,000 all-purpose yards.
Right.
All right. They're gonna pay him they're gonna offer him way more than what we're gonna be willing to pay him. How much are you willing to pay Mike Davis?
Who, me?
Yeah. How much you willing to pay him?
The same amount we paid him this year. That's all I want to pay.
Then you ain't gonna pay him because he's gonna get way more.
I ain't paying Mike Davis because we already paid C-Mac.
You can't. That's my point. We out here just got rid of the GM that pays the running backs.
Yeah.
That was like our party gift. All you guys that are happy about the fact that CMC gets paid, you got to remember who signed that check, who set that deal up, and his history about how he overpays these running backs. At one point, we had 2 top 6 running backs on our damn roster based on the salary cap. And that same guy just paid Christian McCaffrey. So don't be coming at me talking about, oh, Hurdy's got to go, and then be fine with what CMC got. Like, pick a side, bro. Like, I understand the man's good. He's phenomenal. One of the best running backs in the NFL. That don't mean you got to pay him the freaking house when we got other things to pay for, when we letting other people walk. Like, when we haven't even paid Moulton. Like, you out here saying, we need to get a quarterback. We ain't got a damn left tackle to damn protect his mind. Like,
so where were we supposed to spend this money at?
Moulton. Samuel?
Next year, y'all been like, man, we shouldn't have paid Moulton, man.
No, because he's good. No, he should. Okay. Dude, truth be told, his numbers were Pro Bowl eligible. Like, he had numbers that he could have been a Pro Bowler this year. But, small market team, losing record, Teddy, Joe Brady, Matt Rule, ain't happening. But numbers-wise, Moulton's a Pro Bowler. Based on the numbers.
Y'all were in the same way Trey Turner. As soon as we traded Trey Turner, that was a good move.
No,
that was a salary cap dump.
It was, and I think that was that was another good move to focus on trying to get the left tackle fixed. So I think that was a good attempt And again, I think guards are a little less valuable than the tackle position. So I'm not. Again, we just got to pay the. I know it may seem like we just not trying to pay anybody, but we about paying the right positions, bro. Like you got to pay the right people. You can't pay less valuable positions. Like running backs, it's the most replaceable position in the league. And then we're gonna talk about it. We got a whole series on that coming up. But it's the most replaceable position in the league, and you got to pay. Position. You got to pay the offensive line. You got to pay your edge rushers. You got to pay. You got to pay your quarterback eventually at some point. You got to pay what else? Your guards, your centers. You got to pay your quarterback.
Just put it like
you got to
people,
pay your cornerbacks.
But the thing is, right?
Because we signed Shaq Thompson. And Christian McCaffrey, so we can't have Bradbury.
I ain't talking bad about Bradbury. I mean, I ain't saying nothing about Bradbury on this show.
Rashad just reminded you why we couldn't play Bradbury, bro. We out here decided we play McCaffrey instead.
Nothing.
Like
but
all
I could really go in, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
All I'm gonna say is this. We about to head into another playoff season. Carolina's not gonna be in the playoffs. And we know the Chiefs were the Super Bowl champions. And ain't too many people that can remember who was the starting running back for them during that game. That's all I'm going to say.
I get it. And look, I listen to y'all all the time, all right? And I ain't disagreeing with y'all. Y'all kind of enlighten me to that fact, okay? I kind of get it. But in CMC case, and folks who, watch me know how I feel about CMC, I feel like that's the least we could do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this man put this team on his back. You know what I mean? Now, going forward, I don't know what his health is going to be like. We saw what happened with Dalvin Cook. He couldn't, early in his career, he struggled with injuries. Maybe this is just a little bug that CMC is going through. Wait till he come back. Y'all going to remember why he got paid.
All I'm going to say is this, man, and Slim's going to kill me for this, but right now, like I started thinking about my projections for fantasy next year. My number one pick is still McCaffrey.
You come see?
It's still McCaffrey because I know he's going to get all the damn work.
Let's get fantasy out of here, but let's talk about real life. The thing is, does it equate to victories though? Are we winning?
Man, and that's a whole different discussion.
And so,
that ain't CMC fault. He doing his job.
It's not all his fault. It's
not
all his fault.
But the thing is,
again, if he's that valuable to the team, he's putting up those kind of numbers. It got to equate to W's, bro.
That ain't his fault. Look. All these Panther fans know that the last regime, the last coaching staff, everybody felt like they didn't know how to use Christian McCaffrey. And I felt since Christian McCaffrey has been here, this coaching staff didn't know how to utilize him. Then we start to see him kind of overuse him. C-Mac has done everything this team has asked him to do, and I feel like he deserves a payday. And I feel like if he got a coaching staff in here, hopefully it's Joe Brady, if he got a better quarterback in here, a better line, I feel like we could be successful with him. It ain't just one guy. Y'all, I ain't going to do this, man.
Go ahead.
I could talk about Teddy too, but I ain't going to do that. But I feel like it's a team sport, and that's what y'all always saying. It's a team sport.
It is a team sport.
It's a team sport.
So it ain't all. I feel like it ain't all on CMC. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I feel like he's in a
My issue isn't CMC the player. I think he's a phenomenal player. My issue is the fact that we had this GM that haven't learned from anything.
I agree.
And I think my bigger beef was the fact that we knew CMC was going to ask for a ridiculous amount of money. I think we probably could have got him potentially a little lower than that. I think we paid too much for him because we know how
He probably ain't even asked for that.
But that's my point. Like, and that's the thing, right? So, like, if he didn't even ask for the money, it pisses me off even more, right? Because my big thing is, I think part of the reason why he got the money is because of the release of Cam. I think that was a big reason why, because they had to have another face of the franchise. They made the decision that he was the guy. You know what I'm saying? And cool, fine. If he's the guy, cool. But right now, it has not shown to equate to wins.
Yeah. And then I think there was a great point by Marcus. Again, Super Bowl teams, they not built around running backs. And I think, and listen, I think CMC is a great. And listen, when we hired Joe Brady, I thought the first two games didn't show me anything. different from what how the previous regime used him. Mm-hmm. They weren't lining C-Mac up in the slot. Like I thought I was going to see C-Mac wide out more, and we were going to end up putting. Now, if I saw C-Mac taking the majority of his reps at the wide receiver position, dominating, then I'd have been like, "Yo, that's dope." But he came out and used him the same way, and didn't even. In fact, he had less catches than he had with the previous regime. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So like what are we doing? Like it don't make no sense to me. So and again, I'll give Joe Brady. This is Joe Brady's first year calling plays. It takes some time. I get it. I'm gonna give him some time. Listen, we married to CMC. Yeah. It ain't nothing to really. All we can really do right now is complain because it is what it is. I mean, the man got paid. True. All I'm saying is that. You know, when it comes time to make these decisions, and you kind of alluded to it. You can say the same thing with Teddy, but I'll push back and say, hey, the quarterback is the most valuable position. Listen, quarterbacks get overpaid all the time, and they get overdrafted all the time because it's the most valuable position in the league. Mm-hmm. So it happens. I mean, listen, Jared Goff, all these dudes getting paid $30-40 million a year, and they just as trash as Teddy. Right. I mean, it happens. You overpay the most valuable position in the league. So that's all I'm saying. And I'd rather it be that than you reset the entire running back market with CMC. We were responsible for resetting the market.
So would you say you're more disappointed in CMC contract than Teddy's contract?
Absolutely. Listen, and point number one, and it's 2 points to this. 2 points. The point number one. Teddy Bridgewater's contract is only for 2 years. We can get out in 2 years. Mm-hmm. Christian McCaffrey has a 6-year deal, bro. We married to that no matter what.
And the thing is, and then on top of that, I know it's easy to say, oh well, Teddy's making $21 or $22 million a year, but when you compare that to the rest of the quarterbacks in the league, he's in the bottom half. Like he's in the bottom half of what he's getting paid. Which goes back to the whole, and I know the slide's up about what happened with Mr. Haskins.
Yeah, we got to get to that, but go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, we good. No, you good, man. So, like, we here. So, it goes back to Haskins. Like, I know the Panthers fans are going to explode when I say this, but I'm like, we probably should consider.
Hold that thought.
Bye, man. Bye.
No. Stay, Pat. Stay, Pat.
Hang up the phone.
No, you got to hear me out when I explain this. But let's get to this slide. Let's hold this thought so we get to this.
So, Pat, did you want to say anything about what I said about C-Mac and about Teddy versus C-Mac?
No. I understand. I ain't saying you right or wrong. I just wanted to hear your opinion on that. And I can kind of. I agree. Teddy's contract is a little bit more team friendly than C-Mac's contract. I just feel like C-Mac has done a lot for this team, and he still coming off of last year. He still showed he had, he still got some gas in the tank. So I don't feel like it was, a bad contract. Yeah, it might have been a little bit too much, but I ain't gonna totally beat C-Mac up for him because I feel like he's going to work for it. Like Dave tried to say, the man called in sick after he got paid. I don't feel like
I don't think it's that extreme. I'm just saying, dog, listen. But the thing is, I'm not just trying to single out C-Mac because that's not fair to C-Mac because I think C-Mac's a cool dude. I'm just saying that when folks get paid, regardless of who it is, the injuries are different, bro. Like, more players are willing to play through more shit when they're not paid. And that's a terrible way to think about it, but that's how the NFL is raised.
So to go back to what Pat said, and I agree, C-Mac, he put his body on the line. Listen, at the end of the day, we needed a face, and C-Mac was the face.
Bottom line, point blank period.
I kind of agree with that. That kind of went into it because after Cam left, who else?
Cam and Shaq. CMC and Shaq were the two, man. No Luke, no Greg, no Cam. Those two guys were the guys that was going to run with the franchise. And that's what it boiled down to. So, like, I understood why they did it. I just don't necessarily agree of the execution of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it boils down to. Like, I'm not doubting the talent of these people. I'm just like, yo, like, you kind of, like, you out here paying this outside linebacker this money. You out here paying this running back all this money.
Yeah, we're paying the wrong positions.
We're paying the wrong positions.
And to Pat, everybody, and to Pat's credit, and everybody that's on the Bradbury train, that's the right direction, bro. I'm being transparent here. That's the right direction to go. Is to pay the cornerbacks, to pay the quarterbacks, to pay the offensive linemen, to pay the cornerbacks again, to pay the left tackles, to pay. That is the direction to go. You got to pay the positions that have the direct impact on the football, and that's your cornerbacks, wide receivers. Those guys need to be paid, not middle linebackers, not running backs. You can get
outside linebackers.
Hold on, Grand Dizzard.
You can play Luke. Like, Luke's a payable guy.
Hold on, my bad. I want to say this real quick because he said Pat is talking. No, the top one where it says Pat is talking loyalty.
Yeah, scroll up a little bit, man. Ain't that
Yeah, he said Pat is talking loyalty talk. That is great, but this team needs wins. Let me tell you something. Y'all know how I do. I'm down for loyalty, but you got to be a good player. C-Mac, he is a baller. He is probably and I said this, he probably the best running back in the league. That's why you pay him. When I talk about James Bradbury, he the best cornerback in the league. Loyalty is one to sign Colin Jones. That's loyalty talk. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good. I get it, though. I know it kind of sound like loyalty. You know what I mean? Cam Newton wanting him to play his last contract out. The dude been balling for us. It's kind of loyalty, but he was an MVP quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I ain't saying you're wrong. I just don't want y'all to try to put that on me because that definitely ain't me. You know.
So again, we love CMC. I have no smoke with CMC. I love the dude, man. I think he's a great player. I want to see him play more slot. I want to see him be used different. And I thought that was going to happen. And it's just the same. And again, I think, you know, we all celebrating the fact that we got 2 1,000-yard wide receivers. Truth is that wouldn't have happened if C-Mac was on the field, bro. I mean, that's just fact.
Right?
It just wouldn't happen.
We don't know. I hope it. You know what I'm saying? It could. I was hoping that the game would be more balanced, but maybe not. But I don't care about the yards. I just want us to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Having C-Mac out there, I hope it would have made us more successful. If we don't have 2,000-yard receivers, I hope it would have put more wins up on the board.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, let's jump off the C-Mac tie. We got a whole show dedicated to C-Mac coming up. It's good discussion though, because I think we need to have that discussion as Panthers fans. But because there's a portion of the fan base is, hey, we don't pay running backs, and this portion of the fan base just thinks stats are everything. C-Mac is great, and it's just there's a balance there. There's a balance there somewhere. It's a good discussion. All right, so real quick, this is interesting right here. All right, we got to talk about the circle of life right here because this is funny, man. When I put this together, I was like, this is wild. All right. So if y'all recall last year, Haskins came to Charlotte, I believe. I think he came to Charlotte. They beat us. I think the score was 20-something to 6, something like that.
Now let's be frank about it.
Hold on, Dave. Let me
do your circle of life, and I'm gonna
do my circle of life, Dave.
And I'm gonna do your line of reality
that he set up.
Let me do my circle of life. All right.
Do your circle of life.
After that game, Ron Rivera was canned immediately. We lost to the Redskins. Ron Rivera got fired. We should not have lost to Haskins and company. That was a terrible team. We lost to them. You're fired. All right. Then at the end of the season, Ron Rivera ends up getting hired by the Washington football team. Okay, he ends up getting hired. So what does he do? What does he do today? Because this dude has clear roster. They don't have a GM. Right now.
He ain't got nobody to blame.
Exactly. They don't have a GM. So what does Ron Rivera takes it upon himself to can him immediately after the Carolina Panthers game? Do y'all think it's a coincidence or not? I don't think it's a coincidence.
I don't think he like Haskins.
No, I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you some because I've been like, since I'm stuck in my house and I ain't working today, I've been doing some research on this situation. So after the whole my man went to stadium situation, Rivera wanted to get his ass out the paint then. But it was stopped. Half the front office wanted him to stay and half the front office wanted him out of there after what happened with the strip club situation. So, and I think the other factor was the fact that they didn't know whether or not Alex Smith was going to be available. I think if Alex Smith would have been available, he would have been out the paint. I mean, Heineke just got signed with the team a few weeks ago, so he ain't been on the team that damn long. So, when they made the decision to let him play, it was more of a do or die type of situation for Haskins. Like, he had to pretty much have a damn good game and win. And you saw what the hell happened. It was terrible. And then it didn't help that he decided that he didn't want to go talk to the media. He bounced and they ended up doing the press conference.
If you listen to the press conference, he knew he was out of here. He knew.
Oh, yeah, he knew. He knew. But he knew. Rivera probably gave him the talk before the game. Was like, bro, you better ball. Because if you don't ball, you out of here. But then I also found out that Rivera had to ask Snyder, get the blessing from Snyder to let him go. Because Snyder's the reason why he got drafted in the first place. Because the previous coaching staff did not want him at all. They were begging Snyder to not draft that guy. And some people say that's why he had to smirk when the Giants took Daniel Jones over him. Because he knew that Washington was going to take him if he was there at 15. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. So, some people in the chat saying that Marty Herney had his interview with the Washington football team yesterday or today. I didn't know that either. I know
he had it coming up, but I didn't know if he already had it.
Yeah, they saying it happened or it was in line to happen. We all knew it was coming. I didn't know it was officially going to happen, but it happened at some point. They saying that in the chat. So they could have their GM soon. But so Dave, you were saying this earlier. Could this happen?
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it again. I promise you, I'll hang up the phone on you.
Don't hang up, man. You got to hear me out first. Yeah. Let me explain to you why this could happen. And let me explain to you guys why tanking doesn't work. This is a cap-friendly deal. You guys want Teddy out of here. The reality is that Teddy ain't going nowhere next year. And now that we beat these guys, thanks to this young fellow right here, we're gonna be sitting at 9. Right? 9, maybe 8, 7, depending on what happened against the Saints next week. Whatever. So we're not gonna be top 3 is where I'm getting at. We're not gonna be top 3 anymore. That's past. So we're not gonna get the guys that you want. But the guy has a cap. I'm not smoking Reggie. The guy has a cap-friendly deal. And if the fan base keeps being so irritated about the way Teddy's playing, this is what the hell you might get. Because we're not taking a quarterback in the first round. And the thing about Haskins is this, man. I'm not ready to just say the dude's total trash. I think he needs to get the hell out of D.C. because that's where he's from. I think if he goes to a different environment, he might actually have an opportunity to shine to get away from all that shit that's going on in D.C. So, ain't
no strip clubs in Charlotte? We got.
I'm not down that there's not strip clubs in Charlotte. What I'm telling you is that the man needs to get the hell out of where he's from. Like, I think the whole hometown shit don't always work for these players. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work for everybody. And do I think he's the future? No. Do I think he could potentially get signed here? Hell yeah, I think he could potentially get signed here. And you guys need to brace for this shit if we pick him up on Ravens. We got until 4 o'clock tomorrow. Now, if he doesn't, I don't see no other option.
Why would we pick him up though? Why?
Why not?
We got PJ Walker and
Will Greer.
PJ. Okay.
Will Greer, but here's the thing: if Matt Rule actually likes this guy. If Rule likes this guy, Greer's gone if we pick him up. Greer's out of here.
Let me tell you something.
Out of here.
They're not going to have 3 black quarterbacks.
Why not?
They're not going to do that.
They could.
I didn't think about it that way.
No. I get it. The F-150 crowd won't like it.
The Southern Mafia not having that, man.
Listen. But the thing is, Matt Rule's not from the South, bro. He ain't from the South. He ain't from the South. Just because he coached in the South don't mean he's from the South. So like he ain't cute. Say it again, Slim. Post that back up again. Put that up for the people.
What did he say?
QBs are currency.
I'm trying to get it back. My fault.
QBs are currency.
Yeah, David Tepper did say that. When when we drafted Will Grier, before we drafted Will Grier, he said the QB is the currency, so you can trade. It didn't work out. I think if
it ain't work out with nobody. Well, maybe. Kyle,
well, my thing is, man, like
but if QB's the currency, then Will Grier might be what a penny. Is that what we saying?
Nah, he ain't even that. He might be a Jamaican buck. But listen,
Bitcoin is down. But I don't know. It's not, whatever ain't worth nothing.
All I'm saying is this: you got like the fan base that's out here harping quarterback. The guy got drafted in the first round, and at a point, they thought he was the best quarterback coming out of that draft. Yep. So like, let's not come out here, and you know that teams are always gonna think that they can fix a guy. They're always gonna think they're gonna pass this guy.
Yo, ain't wildin', man. The dang rush card.
Yo, Marcus, that's funny, bro.
That's why Marcus is my brother, man. I swear.
Let me tell you.
Listen, I'm just saying. I know you guys would be pissed if we actually picked this guy's up. But I posted on Facebook. I said, listen, there's a lot of teams that should really consider picking Haskins up on waivers. I think we're one of them. The Bucks, the Saints, the Patriots. The Rams. There's a lot of teams that should consider this guy. The Packers. There's a lot of teams that should consider him because he's on a rookie deal. He's cheap cap. He's not that.
You got somebody siding with you.
No, I mean, it's just, I know you guys are like, you just saw him and he was terrible.
No, it's a bunch of Panther fans who feel like you. I've been seeing it all day.
No, but the thing, because I understand. I understand, because Rivera, look, I said this last week. As soon as he got caught up in the stadium, I knew that his ass was going to be gone. And his ass should have been gone last week. But I think it boiled down to the fact they didn't have no other options at quarterback. And they kind of had to play him. Mm-hmm. But if it was up to Rivera and he had healthy quarterbacks, out the paint he goes.
I just feel it's kind of convenient that it happened after the Panthers game, though. It's
the most hilarious shit ever.
And it don't even seem like a Ron Rivera move. So he
no, it is because considering like this isn't the first time he screwed up on COVID protocols. This is the second time he's done this shit.
Oh yeah,
like it's not like the first, like it wasn't at a strip joint the last time, but this is the second time he broke COVID protocols and put the team at risk.
And Ron
is a freaking cancer patient. Yeah. The man just recovered from cancer. Oh. You out here being reckless.
Man, I ain't think about
you out here being all reckless, being out like this man got cancer before the season. Right. You out here doing it once, you got penalized. Do it again. He had to go. And that's why when I was talking to some of the folks in the Washington fan base, they're like, you're bugging. I'm like, y'all don't know Ron. You're like, Ron didn't draft this kid. Like, Ron did not draft this guy. And I'll never forget when Ron first showed up, the first thing he said was he had the ability to make personnel moves as long as they don't have a GM. Yep. And he said that Dan said that he gave me the assurance that if I wanted to make a personnel move, regardless of the situation, that I can make that move. And here's an example of it right here.
Yeah, and
they drafted this man last year with the 15th pick in the draft.
And let's not forget, Ron Rivera did bench Cam Newton for not wearing a tie.
Dude, y'all forget about that.
And let's not forget how he had prevented DJ Moore from having 1,000 yards his rookie season because he got caught speeding up 77. So we know Ron Rivera don't play when it comes to these young cats. If you mess up, you go into the doghouse. We tried to tell we got a bunch of Redskins fans in another group chat we in. Washington football team fans. My bad. In another group chat we in, and we tried to warn them about it. Dave told him this was going to happen. He was going to get cut, and everybody was like, "Nah, he ain't going to cut. He just drafted him last year." But Ron Rivera does not play with young dudes, bro. I'm surprised Chase Young is getting the leash that he getting. Well, not a leash. He ain't doing nothing wrong, but I'm just saying I'm surprised that he's doing.
But I think that the thing that makes Chase Young different is the fact that Chase Young was drafted in the first round. Like, I mean, Luke got a lot of playing time, even though he started at outside linebacker because Beeson was there. But like, he got to play. Like, it wasn't an issue about that. But I think when you come to a new team and you draft and you inherited this kid that's supposed to be the franchise quarterback, and he didn't show what he needed to show. And Ron gave that man a chance. Like, he was like, look, man, you're up. You win this game, we win a division. You come out as a hero in this shit. And you out here stinking it up something vicious. And then Heineke shows up with like half a quarter to go and actually threatens to actually make this comeback. Mm-hmm. And then when they asked Ron about Haskins, about Heineke, how he did, he was like, he played gutsy. When he said that shit, I knew then he was out the paint. He was out the paint. Haskins was out of here.
No, he should not come to the Panthers. We don't need to waste no more time. We already got a quarterback we wasting time with and trying to see what he could do. I'm good on Haskins coming to the Panthers, Dave. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, no, I'm not. Look, listen, I'm indifferent either way, right? I'm just saying you guys really need to think about it. Like, because I think you guys, and it goes back to me going back to about this franchise not appreciating what we have. Like, you guys are out here screaming about we need a new quarterback, we need a new quarterback, we need a new quarterback. And I'll bring you this quarterback, a first-round pick quarterback. Somebody thought he was the first one that should have been taken in the draft in 2019. Mm-hmm. And now you guys are like, oh, no, not that guy. But the thing is, you're not going to get Trevor Lawrence. You're not going to get Justin Fields. So, and everybody's on the Zach Wilson train, and I'm looking at y'all like, I mean, are you sure that he's the guy? Like, are you ready to roll with him? Like, you know, a couple of the fan base kind of hesitant on Trey Lance. Like, are you sure you want to roll with him? So, like, if you're already at the point where you know you're not going to get Fields, you're not going to get Lawrence, and you know we got so many freaking holes to fill, and you got an opportunity to get a quarterback on a cheap rookie deal with a potential to put him on a 5th year and potentially get the cop pick. I think folks don't understand that the underrating the cop pick too, because the Washington loses that because they released him. Somebody clears it on waivers, we could potentially get a cop pick out of the guy. So there's other things to consider. Like, that's why I think Patriots, Saints, Bucks, there's a lot of teams that should consider it, especially like teams that have a quarterback that's about to retire. You know, you ain't got to use your draft capital on, or you can just pick them up on the cheap right now. Like, that's the perspective that I'm looking at it.
Okay.
So that's where I'm looking at it.
Let's move on. We talk a little bit about that a little bit later. Let's get a stock up down. Try to go through this real quick because we got to talk about this whole draft situation and where we're picking. But all right, so let's get into this Derrick Brown. Again, Derrick Brown, this dude had a pretty solid game. I saw on Twitter a lot of people were saying, is Derrick Brown a bust? Comments, is Derrick Brown a bust? And he's not a bust. Again, just the nature of his position. We keep saying this every damn week. It's the nature of the position. He had 2 hurries, a quarterback hit, 3 total pressures, and he had 2 batted passes. We haven't seen much of that this year, but if he starts batting down passes, that's going to be another weapon to his game. Mm-hmm. And so I do like Derrick Brown. He's progressing right along. Had a sack last week, a couple weeks ago. And so it's again, he's right where he needs to be. I have no problems with Derrick Brown. Anybody else? Any thoughts on Derrick Brown in this game?
I think a lot of rookies nowadays hit that rookie wall, and he hasn't hit it yet, man. So he's playing really well.
All right, I still see him making progress, man. I think a lot of people want to see him get the sacks and the big tackles, but if you watch his game, he's still playing aggressive. He's still giving these offensive linemen problems. He's still nasty down there in the trenches. I agree with it. I agree with the stock up, man.
All right, moving on. We'll keep this short. All right, so Curtis Samuel, he led the Panthers in rushing, 7 carries, 52 yards. He had that long run of 45 yards where he pretty much did it all by his damn self. And he had 5 receptions on 5 targets. Dave, five receptions on 5 targets for 160 yards. He had a total of 158 all-purpose yards. He had a monster game.
I have a confession to make.
Go ahead, Dave.
I had him in my daily lineup, in one of my daily lineups, and I made a decision to pull him, and I'm still kicking myself over that shit because I would have made some more money. Yeah, that hurt.
Ain't nobody gonna ask you no more fantasy league questions because David don't know what he's talking about.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Asking stuff in the first place.
Listen, Rashad, don't do that, man.
Dave, I'm better than you in fantasy, bro.
No, you're not. Come back into the den, man.
Yeah, lucky I
you sounding like Joe Budden right now, man. We're going to just get you back in the booth. That's what it boils down to. We're just going to get you back in the booth.
That's funny.
We're going to get...
At Elite lyricist, though. Don't get it twisted.
I don't know. I'm not look. I'm never doubting Joe Budden's pen. I'm gonna be clear about that. I'm never doubting this pen. He might have made pumping up, but the boy got bars. So you know what I'm saying.
All right. So any thoughts on Curtis Samuel? Hell of a game. Do y'all trying to pay him? Y'all trying to pay him?
Control, man. I just love the way they're using him, man. I'm a little nervous about what they're gonna do with him in the off season. I know a lot of fans feel like we're not gonna be able to keep him. Some of the fans feel like we are. But he definitely a weapon, man. Definitely a weapon. I hate to lose that dude.
I would love to be able to pay him.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to, CMC.
You ain't want to pay nobody. Stop lying.
No. I don't look. He's gonna make $10 million a year in the free market, in the open market. At least.
Listen,
at least.
Everybody watching this, we got like 90 people watching this right now. Just prepare yourself for Curtis Samuel not being a Carolina Panther next year. Just prepare yourselves for it. All right?
That's all I'm saying. Just prepare. We're going to lose Curtis Samuel and pay Moten like Slim
But the
said.
thing is, I don't even think we're going to be able to pay Moten. We're going to have to tag him.
Well, that's
but the thing is, Moten wants a long-term deal. But we're going to have to tag him. Like, if we could get Moten to a long-term deal, then we could potentially tag Samuel. We could keep both. But I don't think that's happening.
Well,
that's the issue.
That's for the new GM that we don't have to figure out.
We're going to see what he can do.
Yeah, we have him. He's already, look, man, the answer's already in the front office. Take a Gettleman quote from you.
Pat Stewart, I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. All right, moving on. Special teams, they showed up. They got the muff punt. We talked about it earlier. They got the Zylstra recovered it for a touchdown.
And I want folks to stop comparing Zylstra to he who should not be named. Pretty please. Okay, let him be gone. And for those who don't know, I'm going to say it on your show because I know a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. Colin Jones. Please don't compare what Zylstra did. Let's just leave whatever he had on this team in the past. Okay, shout out to Zylstra. He a solid receiver too, man. I like what he's doing for this team too. I think if you want to keep somebody around, somebody you can put in different spots, to me, Zylstra is that dude, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Zylstra's balling. Anything else on special teams?
I'm good there, man. They balled, man. When they got that touchdown,
do special teams include Joey Sly?
That's true. I didn't.
But no. I'm not doing it because that man scored a touchdown. We don't get too many touchdowns on special teams the way we got one. So they stay stocked up. I know.
That's a good point.
It is a good point, though. I'm not gonna knock your point, but I'm gonna keep him. There's levels of evenness, man. We don't get too many touchdowns on special teams. We got to take the ones that we can get. All right.
That touchdown tip the scale a little bit.
Just a tad.
All right. Yeah. All right.
But that's a good point, though. All right.
That is a valid point.
Hey, listen. Shout out to your white hair. Hey, listen. We're not gonna do that.
Let me tell you something. Listen, dog. When you were like, who's number 52?
Real talk. I forgot who number 52 was on the live stream. I forgot 52 was on. I honestly did not remember who 52.
Oh man, had me mess my headphones up.
I'm like, who's 52? I swear, I didn't know.
Oh man.
Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Real quick, you know what's crazy about this? This man only take a guess how many snaps this man played yesterday.
I didn't see him out there often. I was surprised when he got it.
Hey, just take a wild guess on how many snaps this man played.
I'm gonna say, I'm guessing it's low, so at 10.
Less than that, Pat.
Oh my God!
What was the number he said? Because I had to take my mic off.
Less than 10. Less than 10.
Jesus Christ!
This man played less than 10 snaps. This man played 5 snaps, B.
Oh man, he a Pro Bowler.
Snaps.
Dog, that man had a 20% interception rate, man. You can't be knocking stats like that.
That's elite numbers, dog.
Oh man, he probably was on the sideline. Coach, put me in every time I'm in.
Sir, you know what I call that, Rashad? You know what I call that, my brother?
Efficient.
Taking the advantage of an opportunity.
And that was an accident. He looked like he didn't.
No, there's no way, dog. Haskins looked bad, bro.
Yeah.
He looked bad, bro.
Hey, listen. I had no clue that man only played 5 snaps. We hadn't seen him in so long. I forgot who he was.
You had to look. Let me see what to do it.
5 snaps and still got the C on his chest. Yo, post that. You got to put that up, Plymouth. Put that up, man. 5 snaps and still got the C on his chest.
That's bars.
That's bars I've never heard of it.
One
Good
interception,
God
man,
Almighty.
but I guess if you
Listen,
ain't no way up, ain't no you can only go up.
Dog, the way I see it, we need to
You
change
already
his.
rock bottom.
We need to change his name to five snap to here, and he just plays 5 snaps every game.
he got 5 on it. At least somebody got 5 on it.
No, we gonna let this man play 5 snaps every game. Like we keep him around just to play 5 snaps, and then we start analyzing the ratio. And if he continues to do things like this, like if he gets a sack on his 5 snaps,
He happy as hell too. Look at him.
dog. Let me tell you something, bro. If he gets like
even in the stands. That man hype, man. Golly, man. I guess.
Yeah, that's funny.
I guess, man.
you got to put him stock up off the principle, man. That man had 5. My man got 5. That man played 5. Dog, do you understand how efficient you have to be to get an interception in 5 plays? There's quarterbacks, they got like 400 plays and ain't got a pick. There's linebackers, they got 500 plays.
That man was so lucky.
Yeah, man, he got lucky, and then, again, it was against Haskins, so there's some context to that. But shout out to Tahir, man. I think that's his first and last. I think he got stock up for not playing a snap one game. He got stock up for not.
Yeah,
playing.
we did do that to him. Yes. You did do that to him. This one.
I think we did give him stock up for that. But all right, next up we got Dante Jackson. He had a hell of a game. I didn't realize this until I looked at the Pro Football PFF stats. He only allowed 1 catch and was targeted 9 times. That's pretty darn good.
But I will say, I'm not going to dispute his stock up. But I will say, Terry McLaurin did not play. I'm just going to say that.
Mm-hmm. True.
I will say that.
Listen, I'm just going with what the stats say, Dave. Yeah. He only got to play who's in front of him, so he gets a stock up. And again, one catch. He only allowed 1 catch on 9 targets. And again, it wasn't. He played several different. He was matched up against several guys, so it wasn't like one guy. He was lined up on a guy all game. But again, to put some context to that, there were 2 drops.
Because what's that dude Sims? If he could catch, it would have been a problem.
Facts. There were 2 drops, but he also kind of evened that out with having 2 pass breakups. So I mean, it kind of evened out. But he had a hell of a game, man. He had a hell of a game, and as Pat said, look, his gout is cured. His gout might be cured because he's playing pretty well. So,
right, that guy went backing up yesterday.
Any thoughts on Dante Jackson before we move on?
I like what Dante Jackson did yesterday, man. I totally agree with this. And one thing, I kind of talked about this. I know I keep saying I kind of talk about it, but I kind of did talk about it. How our DBs, going into the season, we was really worried. Now they ain't been the best, but it ain't been that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't been terrible. And this game kind of proved that, man. Even with the loss of one of the best cornerbacks that the Panthers ever had, even with the loss of them, they still showing up, man. They showing a whole lot of potential in this defense.
Agreed. All right, moving on. Trey Boston. This is one of your boys. So one of your boys, Pat.
Well, what? Let's just say, look. All the DBs did good because of Dwayne Haskins.
It's a fact. It's true. But this man did have a pick. He had a pick, 5 tackles. He had 3 stops. Stops according to PFF or plays that resulted in a negative or didn't equate to a big gain or something like that. I forgot how they do it, but it's a stop according to PFF. So he had 3 of those. And he had the pick. So he had a hell of a game. And I kept getting, for some reason on the launch, I might have been a little twisted. But I kept getting Dante and Trey mixed up. I couldn't see the numbers, and I kept getting them mixed up on the live stream. So every time Trey was making a play, every time Trey made a play, I thought it was Dante Jackson. So shout out to Trey, man. He had a good game. He was making some run stuffs and had a pick. He was all over the place. Shout out to Trey Boston. Any thoughts on Trey Boston?
He had a good game, man. That's all I could say. I mean, I'm glad he made these appearances, and I think he's pretty much like the vocal side of the defense. So I can't be mad at that.
See, they killing me, bro. They killing me, man. Because I was killing on the live stream. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm slurring my words because I've had a lot of wine.
Damn, Dave.
Dude, like
What is that? What you drinking?
Menage a Trois Red Blend.
That's your wife wine or what?
Nah, well, the thing is, I haven't. Listen, man, like I haven't like I got the okay to start drinking after my weight loss surgery back in that last month.
Okay.
So I started with wine. I'm gonna transition to the
light.
hard
No,
liquor.
leave it with the wine. That's good enough, dog. I don't want you to.
Nah. Look, man. My man gave me clearance. He was like, "Yo, you lost a lot of weight. I'm gonna let you drink early." I'm like, "Ooh, let's go."
All right, so real quick, I could have gave Phil Snow a stock up, but he could have got it. I didn't have no problems with Phil Snow. He's been, again, defense has been playing well. It's against Haskins, so I mean, it kind of is what it is. So I could have gave. I'm seeing the chat here. I could have gave Phil Snow stock.
I will say, man, Phil Snow, like we gave Phil Snow so much heat at the beginning of this season, man,
Right.
And he's turned that shit around. Considering what he has to work with, the defense has been playing pretty well.
Facts.
Considering the circumstances.
Defense did something called adjusting. That's what they did. I can't.
So
say
you're saying that the defense is adjusting, but our offense is like,
yeah, facts. You can tell there's more pressure being brought. He flipped the switch. Phil Snow did, and they're bringing more pressure, and it helps the secondary by doing that. And so, listen, he adjusted. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think Phil Snow. I think he just goes conservative too early. I think that's what his issue was. That's what I had a problem with. He just went He goes conservative too early. You'll see these aggressive moments, and then all of a sudden we go into this preventive 3-3-5. We're not really bringing no pressure. We're not even pressing. We're not doing any press, man. And so that's what I didn't like about Phil Snow. But I'm seeing that he's playing a more consistent game. He's been a little bit more aggressive. It ain't overly aggressive. So every now and again you'll see him in that sweet spot where he's not too aggressive, but he's not too conservative. And yesterday, I felt like we did that. I don't know if it was just because of who we were playing, but I saw that we were a little bit more balanced on defense.
Yeah, and so no, I agree. I think it's taking some time. These guys haven't coached in the NFL, man. So like it's just taking time for them to figure it out, and we gotta be patient. Even with I'm tough on Brady, but listen, at the end of the day, this man ain't never called plays full time in his life. It's the first time he's calling plays full time, and it's in the NFL. So we just gotta let him. We gotta let him learn, and hopefully he learns and it has the time and opportunity to learn. So, but yeah, it is what it is. So, any thoughts? Any more stock ups that we could have given out? I don't have any more. I don't think.
Other than Snow, that's it for me, man.
Yeah, that's all I got. All right, so stock down. I got the left tackle position. Listen, Chase Young went ham. As soon as Schofield came in the game, I thought Trent Scott did a decent job. Trent Scott did okay when he was out there, and then as soon as he went down, it was a wrap. Schofield is garbage.
The only reason why I criticize this stock down is because it's not fair to attack somebody that's out of position.
True.
He's not about that life. He
ain't about that life. And on top of that, we're talking third, fourth string action at this point. Like we ain't gonna expect no third or fourth string left tackle to beat Chase Young. Like we can't expect that. Now, I mean, we could say, look, this goes back to why the hell we need to get a left tackle. Because I mean, Akun's out, look like he ain't gonna pan out. Trent Scott did okay, and Trent Scott might end up being the next future left tackle. But
I think he will be too.
And the thing is, but it doesn't change the fact that we really need to look at drafting a left tackle. Because otherwise, you're gonna get this. And so, I don't care who's I don't care who's in the pocket. I don't care who's in the pocket. If that's the quarterback's blind side, he's gonna get killed.
Whoever on the other end of that is done.
Yo, listen.
He's done.
Everybody gonna look like a Chase Young when you don't have a good left tackle, bro.
And listen,
everybody gonna look like a Chase Young. I'm just being frank with you guys. Like you guys gotta understand. Everybody's gonna look like a Chase Young when you ain't got a left tackle.
Listen, the truth of the matter is that that whole left side, even Chris Reed, look, both of them is garbage, right? Chris Reed, 64 right there, he ain't good, and then
he showed some. You know, he early in the season, I felt like he played all right. You know,
he might have been all right, but go ahead, my fault, man.
No. I was just saying, I feel like he played okay, man. And I guess that's just me, you know, trying to give this offensive line the benefit of the doubt. Because I these ain't no stars, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they doing what they can do. But I feel like it's always been that left tackle position that's really been giving us problems.
But the thing is about the left tackle position, it's the hardest position to freaking fill, right? And when you don't take the time to try to fix it, that's why I can't knock Hurney too much about trying to make the attempt to fix it,
Right.
Because he understood that you need to fix it. It just didn't work out with Greg. It's just not. It doesn't look like it's going to work out with Greg Little. But like, you got to fix the left tackle position. We haven't really tried to fix it since Jordan Groves, like, and we're still trying to replace Jordan Groves.
Yeah. Couple good left tackles in the draft. We'll see where it goes. Real quick, we got the Saints coming into town. That's all I have for stock down. I didn't really have too many stock downs. Listen, this game means something for the Saints.
They're playing.
They're playing for seeding in the playoffs, so they're not going to sit their starters. So it's going to be a real game.
And all the games that factor in the seeding is happening at the same time. The Seattle's playing at 4:25. We're playing at 4:25, and the Packers are playing at 4:25. So they can't sit their guys.
Yep.
So all you tank truthers are about to get what you guys want, because the Saints are going to play their guys, and I think the Panthers are going to fight, because I know McCaffrey is still trying to play.
No,
So
they
we
say
know
he's
that-
out. He's not playing.
They already confirmed that he was out.
I think that the chat saying that he was out. I don't know. They said it. I haven't confirmed it, but they're saying that the rule said he's not playing.
Oh wow! I didn't watch the whole conference rule. I caught like the first 2 or 3 minutes when he was talking about the whole why you play hard in December, and he kind of threw Rivera on the bus when he did that.
He did because
he definitely threw Rivera on the bus when he talked about that shit.
But yeah, we got them coming to town, and listen, it's gonna be they're gonna play to win. We gave the Saints all they wanted last game in the Superdome. It's an outside game. Maybe we have better luck. I don't know, but I think they're gonna play hard, and they're gonna compete to win, which I think they should. I mean, I'm not for the whole tank thing. I'm gonna cheer my boys on no matter what. I don't believe in tanking. Any competitive person ain't gonna believe in tanking. If you're an athlete, like Pat, I think Pat was listening to your stream yesterday. If you're an athlete, man, come on. These dudes been playing football their whole life. They're not just gonna lay down. They got roster bonuses and all this stuff to play for. They got families to feed. These dudes,
it's more important than the roster bonuses. It's about the fact that when you look at that's film that other teams are going to look at to decide whether or not they're going to sign your ass. And if they see you half stepping on that film when you in tank mode, they ain't gonna sign you to anything. You losing your leverage. So
yeah. So they're gonna play. They're gonna play, and again, I'm not.
It's gonna be a tough game. I mean, like I don't think like. Truth be told, Christmas Day, it wasn't Drew Brees that lit up the dang on sky. It was freaking Alvin Kamara out here winning fantasy championships for everybody on planet Earth. And shout out to Aspen. She was in chat. Aspen had Alvin Kamara in the high stakes league that I'm in. She ended up pulling out the fantasy victory, winning the league. So congrats to her. But like, Alvin Kamara won people a lot of money on Christmas Day, man.
Crazy.
And the thing is, he could have had 7 TDs if Taysom Hill didn't damn freaking vulture a TD out of him. Truth be told, the man could have had 7. And he would have broke the record. But, yeah, Kamara and Adams. Like, Adams ruined me in my fantasy finals. But, it is what it is. But
all right,
Kamara...
So nobody cares about fantasy but you, Dave.
Listen,
I care, Dave. Go ahead, talk about it, even though you don't know what you talk about. Go
ahead. Man, don't do that. Don't do that. I had a rough year.
Ahead,
I had a rough year this year, man. I'm gonna blame the Rona, but yeah, let's talk about Tankathon.
Yeah, so here we go. So we got the draft order up, and right now we are picking 9th. We are 9th in the draft order, much to the dismay of a lot of Panthers fans. They wanted truth be told, I mean, the fact of the matter is that we could have been picking at number 3, and it did not happen. And we're now at number 9. So that being said, it gets really interesting. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
So let's talk about some opportunities. These tankers are very irritated with us being at 9. If the Giants if the Giants win,
hold that thought, Dave. I got it. Hold that thought.
Oh, okay, all right.
I got it.
So there's,
I got it.
We got opportunity to hop on.
PowerPoint for that. We got a presentation for that.
Yeah, facts. Facts. So
that's a lot of damn shit that's gonna happen.
Here is the best, the quote unquote best case scenario. All right, so the best case scenario is that we lose, and the Giants win, the Lions win, the Eagles win, the Bengals win, the Falcons win, Texas win. If all that happens, then we're picking number 3. So there's still a shot.
I think so. Let's be frank though. The Giants could beat the Cowboys. It could legitimately happen. That could happen. Lions beating the Vikings, not fucking happening. You're going to throw that out the window.
That ain't happening.
Eagles beating Washington.
Right?
Eagles beating Washington, very possible. Especially if Heineke's starting. That's plausible as hell. Bengals beating the Ravens. The Ravens ain't going to play anybody. They don't need to play. Wait, or do they? No, they do have to play. They ain't clinched the playoff spot yet. So that's not happening. Falcons beating the Bucks, that's definitely going to happen. Bucks ain't going to play nobody. Brady's resting next week. Because the Bucks can't change where they're going to be at. And the Texans beating the Titans. The Titans, I believe, have to play.
I think they have to play. Yeah,
they have to play. So that's not happening.
That AFC ain't no joke. Let me check. Let me check the standings.
Nah, I think so. Like you got like 3 out of the 6 is going to happen for sure. Because I think no, because the Giants could lose, so only 2 out of the 6 will probably happen. Like Eagles beating Washington could happen. Falcons beating the Bucks could happen. Everything else probably ain't gonna happen. We losing the Saints could happen, but
Titans definitely gotta play. They're still playing for the division, so they gotta play.
Because who could? Oh, Indianapolis could still win the division.
Breaks off Texas. Yeah, that's gonna be a high scoring game though.
Yo, the Texans. Yo, go back to the Tankathon list. Though it's amazing what the Dolphins are able to do.
Crazy. Yeah, that's
the Dolphins is gonna end up with the 3rd pick, which is wild to me.
And they like, yep, lose.
Dog.
Lose, please lose.
And everybody's talking about, they need to draft another quarterback. I was like, I promise you that the Dolphins are not drafting a quarterback with that 3rd pick. They're not drafting a quarterback.
They're gonna trade out and get more assets. That's what they're gonna do.
I think that's what they're gonna do. Yeah. But but if they stay at 3, they're gonna probably take the BPA. And the BPA, and I think what they'll probably take, ironically enough, considering what they did to get the pick, they're probably going to take a left tackle.
Yep. Yeah, he'll probably go on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Panay will probably go there.
Yep. So that's the best case scenario. All right. So pick number 3. So this is for the tank. I'm saying best case scenario for the tank.
For the tank.
This is for the tank squad.
This is for the tankers. The tank troopers.
This is the best case. See, I'm looking out for y'all too. I know there's a certain portion of the fan base that likes this. So best case scenario, that's happening. Worst case scenario for them is the Cowboys. Obviously, the Cowboys still losing. The Chargers lose. The Vikings lose, and the Patriots lose. If they all lose, then we win. We're gonna drop to 13. 13 is the lowest we can.
So that's the worst pick we can have.
That's 13. The worst pick we can have is 13. Yep.
And all this will have to happen. So y'all put that down.
We're not getting. We're not gonna get 13. So you ain't gotta worry about that. The fact that the Saints gonna have to play their guys, I think we have a shot to beat New Orleans, but I don't see it. Like I see us playing strong in the first half, and our offense sputtering and not doing anything in the second half.
We're gonna lose to the Saints. You know, this Teddy's second team, so we gonna lose. You know, this Teddy family that we playing against.
Nah, so. I mean, I think we're gonna fight hard in the first half, and then we're not gonna adjust like we have been doing in the second half, and then we're gonna get destroyed. In the second half.
And you know how these South games are, man. Drew Brees, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be playing. They're gonna come out here and try to light us up.
Well, he has to because he hasn't shown anything since he came back from injury.
Right.
The man got broke ribs, bro.
Yeah. I don't think he's fully healthy. Truth be told,
probably not.
You know what I'm saying? But they got to play their guys because they got to try to get the number 1 spot because they know that they have no interest in going to Lambeau in the cold or going to. Well, then again, going to Seattle is not as intimidating since there's no fans. But I don't think they have interest in going to Lambeau and it's going to be freaking single digits in January. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so here's the most realistic scenario that I gave y'all the best, the worst, and this is what I kind of really think is going to happen.
Come through,
and
Rashad.
yeah, based off this, I think we'll be at number 8. That's what I'm thinking. If we lose and all this other stuff happen, I think we'll be at 8. So that's kind of the most realistic scenario in my opinion. And again, there may be some wiggle room. There's some tiebreakers that I may not know about. So the numbers might be a little off. I'm not sure. So don't if it's wrong, don't come back to me and be like Shy said, because I don't. It may.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I know they are. I know you would. So that's why I'm putting that. I'm putting that disclaimer out there.
Did y'all
see
that
right?
PowerPoint he did?
I know, right? That's why I'm putting that disclaimer out there that it may not be an exact science, but just because I can't account. I don't know all the tiebreakers. So, and strength of schedule changes too. So.
Is there a scenario that we could tie with Denver? I think there is, right? If we tie with Denver.
No, Denver has a harder strength of schedule. If we tie,
even besides that, like Denver beat us. Yeah. Denver beat us, so
yeah. So
that's a factor too. If you tie, if it's just two teams stop with the record, that's a factor too. If they play each other, if they played each other during the season, the loser's going to get the higher pick.
Easier strength of schedule gets the also is a tiebreaker. So we have a pretty. It changed. The weird thing is the strength of schedule changes every week too. So it could change next week, and we could be higher or lower. It just depends. But yeah, so that's the most realistic scenario. And at pick number 8, I mean, we'll have options. Listen, and just to kind of wrap this up, like all the people that are panicking about draft position, the fact is that like, yo, we could still get a quarterback at 8, bro. Like if you want a quarterback. And everybody, like, what was crazy is that, everybody got on a Zach Wilson hype train, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Zach Wilson is a solid player. Like, I don't have any beef with him. But people forget. I mean, Trey Lance is solid too. Justin Fields is taking a plummet, bro. Like, nobody's talking about Justin Fields anymore. But just imagine.
But you know why nobody's talking about Justin Fields anymore?
Why is that, Dave?
The school he goes to.
Well, I mean, we could play that game. We could play the Ohio State can't generate quarterbacks. I mean, you can do that, but
what school did Dwayne Haskins go to?
Ohio State. I mean, yeah, we could do that. We could play that game. I mean, we could play that, but
we don't need him because we might be picking him up on waivers tomorrow.
Clemson too,
Yeah, what good quarterback came out of Clemson, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same concept, dude. Both of these guys could legitimately bust.
No, but what I'm saying, everybody said that before Deshaun Watson got drafted. No, what good quarterbacks came out of Clemson? Yeah. I mean, Deshaun Watson got drafted and he's doing fine. So I don't play that game. Listen, I go off of what I see, and I think Justin Fields is a fine football player. And if he falls to 8, 9, or whatever we're picking, I would be more than happy to take Justin Fields. So, like, listen, that's why I never panic when it comes to where we're picking in the draft. And listen, if we want one of those dudes bad enough, go get him. Like, listen, it's not going to take much to go up and get maybe a couple spots to go up and get your dude. You're talking about 1 or 2 spots. You're not talking about a big drastic move.
I'll tell you what, man. The Dolphins, they were all about tank for Tua, and the fans were pissed. The fans were pissed when they started winning games near the end of the season. They ended up at 6, and they still were able to take Tua. So I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So you just, you roll with the punches. Yeah, we're gonna get a really good payer, whether we're 8, 9, 13, 3.
And listen,
we're gonna get a really good player.
Here, man, you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah,
and reorder how these players' stocks go up and down.
Facts,
man, please.
And then, so the biggest thing for me is, everybody's concerned and Twitter, Panthers Twitter going nuts because we won. And my thing is this, them saying people have zero concern about who the GM is. Like, yo, like we
because they the GM. That's why. Like, they the GM. They don't care about the GM.
Fact, man. I'm like, yo, like you have more concern about the pick than who the hell the GM. I haven't heard no content come from you about who the GM is, but you could happy as hell that we are happy we've had at pick 3. Like, it makes no sense to me. So like, listen, we got to get a GM. Maybe the GM is smart enough to maneuver, figure it out. And listen, we got to figure out who the GM is. That's as soon as we find out who the GM is, then I'll be kind of more concerned and kind of take more stock into what the pick is. But I'm not worried about the pick right now, just because I need to see who the GM is.
Baylor QB any good is hilarious, Marcus. I just want you to know that, brother. My man said Baylor QB any good.
Look, for real.
Dog, look. The reason why I think that there's a possibility that Haskins is going to end up on our roster is because I think I always have this theory about like coaches and folks in the front office. They watch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they watch some of the stuff that we do or anybody else does. Like people, they watch what be going on in these streets, and they see what you guys are harping on Panthers Twitter, and I think some of these cats like to troll y'all. I really do. So if 4:00 hits tomorrow, and we hear that Haskins is a Panther, I wouldn't be stunned one bit. And
I know because you want Haskins on his team.
No, I just think that it makes sense from a cap perspective. Because you guys were complaining about, because a lot of folks are complaining about how much Teddy's getting paid and how bad he's underperforming. So like,
saying pick up Haskins. We keeping Teddy though. I
mean, Teddy's staying. But I think what you do, because like, I don't think Haskins. He was awful yesterday. But I don't think Haskins is at the point where you can't recover him. There's quarterbacks that are much worse than Haskins that are sitting on the NFL roster.
I don't even want to play with it. That's my whole point. I've seen enough of Haskins to say, okay, I don't even know if this.
But the question you all right. So then it goes back to this other discussion. Then, if this coaching staff ain't capable of grooming somebody like Haskins, why the hell do we have this coaching staff?
I just said I ain't sure. You know,
but my point is that if you got a good coaching staff, you got a good foundation that you can potentially build around this guy, and you set up shop. Like you got to remember what Haskins went through, right? The man got drafted from a coaching staff that didn't want him. The owner wanted the guy, right? The owner wanted the guy. They fired the coaching staff the year after they drafted him, and you got Rivera that you know doesn't tolerate the bullshit that he was pulling. And you knew his leash was in trouble from the gate. And the fact that he underperformed didn't help his cause at all, right? So the man, if he comes into a new situation, gets time to sit on the bench, matures a little bit, because even his coach in freaking Ohio State, Urban Meyer, said he wasn't ready to go to the draft when he went, because the guy's immature. If he just gets there and he matures a little bit, goes to a different place other than his hometown, maybe you can get something out of this kid. The kid's got talent. Same thing with Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen got a certifiable raw deal.
Facts.
Right.
Certifiable. Like, same thing. Like, you get a man, see what the guy gets if he has an opportunity. Because even though Rivera says the man has an opportunity, in reality, he really didn't have much of an opportunity.
But you know what? Panther fans also bringing up Carson Wentz. How you feel about Carson Wentz?
We're going to have to pay him. No, we're going to have to pay him that contract.
We have to pay him.
Yeah, okay. You got to pay that contract. See, like, the thing about Haskins, and I know people just saw the man stink it up yesterday, but the thing about Haskins is he ain't going to cost you that much. He ain't going to cost you that much from a cap perspective.
All right.
So when you got Panther fans complaining about Teddy's contract, and now you got a guy that's sitting there that's only going to cost you maybe, what, $4 million?
But that's $4 million that can be invested into a position that we really, really need. And I can understand if Haskins was that guy, but right now I feel like you thinking about picking him up so that we can develop him and give him just give him a chance. But we still don't know if he'll be a good quarterback if we ever gave him a chance. I feel like it's a gamble.
But the thing is, it's a gamble. But the thing is, bro, it's a gamble in the draft too.
Yeah, that's what
it's a gamble in the draft too, right? It's a gamble in the draft too, and okay. You know, like Justin Fields could legitimately fall to 9, and we could potentially still take him, but it's still a gamble in the draft too. And I think the other guys after Lawrence and Fields, based on what you guys have been talking about, these quarterbacks, is a much bigger risk.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So instead of going quarterback in the first round, just go ahead and pick up Haskins and do something else with the first round.
Yes, yeah, because we got a lot of holes to fill. Like we're not exactly a quarterback away like some folks in Panther Nation thinks we are. We're not. We're not a quarterback away.
The quarterback wasn't being average.
I mean,
true. Like,
ain't gonna make the playoffs unless you in the NFC East, bro. You know that. Not in the NFC. So that's the thing. Like, I mean, like I know folks say they have more faith in Greer than Haskins, right. But I mean, but the thing is, if you do it, like if they legitimately if they do pick this man up tomorrow, you're still Greer's gone. Let's be clear, because then it comes down to who drafted who, right? Who picked up who? Right. Greer's out of the paint, like he's gone, out of here, done. So, but you can take the time. You got a year to figure this shit out, and you still have the 5th-year option or Haskins if you want to try to give it a go. So you got options if you make the decision to pick him up. That's the way I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it from a cap perspective because I know Teddy only got 1 more year here. Unless a light bulb hits next season. Teddy only got a year left. So you got a year to figure out if Haskins is the guy or not. And if you see, all right, it wasn't worth it, you don't exercise the 5th-year option, you still draft a quarterback next year. Like, so you keep, it's a level about keeping your options open.
Right, that's an option you can give the Panther Nation who want to jump on a quarterback in the first round. Dwayne Haskins right there, pick him up, maybe try to build around him. And
hey man, if that happens though, that ain't gonna that
I know it's not.
That peace offering of Dwayne Haskins instead of drafting the quarterback is not gonna fly, bro.
But you know what?
I'm just telling you.
But you know what? You gotta listen to what these cats be saying, man. And the thing is, I know you guys are gonna say I got egg on my face if we don't pick up Haskins. Or if another team picks up Haskins, I'll feel a little bit vindicated because I feel like somebody should pick this man up on waivers. I think somebody needs to pick this guy up on waivers. I think it would be crazy to think that he clears waivers. But at the same time,
I think he's gonna clear waivers.
He could, because I think his perception is gonna probably oversee his opportunity. Because he's already known as somebody that has a behavior problem, and he has a lot of outside problems outside the locker room. So a lot of teams might stay away from his behind. And I think at that point, his career might be over, bro. Like, I don't, I think his career might be done.
And they don't give those type of quarterbacks chances like that.
No, like, his career's done.
Check all the boxes. So, yeah.
So I hope he stacked his bread. I hope he didn't give out all his money at stadium, because
that's why
if he don't,
steady, bro.
Dog, like donating to the essential workers, there's levels to this.
Right.
Like, you can't be out here, dude. Like, this could be it for him if he doesn't clear. If he clears waivers, this might be it.
That is, yeah.
Because then at that point, it's gonna be about, all right. It's gonna be about, oh well, how much he think he's worth, and if he hasn't fixed his attitude, he's screwed. Because he's gonna think he's worth more than what he's really worth. Because the truth be told, he's only going to get the league minimum at that point. If he gets any type of opportunity at all, if he clears waivers. You think we trade Teddy because he isn't the GM's guy? I mean, it's possible.
Because that's an interesting thought.
I mean, it's possible.
I think that would be a decent move too.
That'd be a move to make. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, to me, if I'm a GM, I'm making them type of moves. So that would be a move to make for an aggressive GM. And they'll say a lot about what type of GM he'll be. Is it a good idea? I don't even know who would take Teddy. Like,
that's my point,
bro.
All you need is one team.
You'd be surprised.
The problem is going to be the contract. So then you got to ask yourself, which teams need a quarterback? Right. So then because the thing is, you're going to have to take that $21 million contract. Right. So when you sit down and think, all right, who needs a quarterback? Jets.
Who gonna pay Teddy $20 million?
Well, I mean, anybody will pay Teddy $20 million. Like, if you look at some of these quarterbacks, what these quarterbacks are getting paid, I think, $20 million for Teddy ain't too bad. Ain't nothing to stuff at. The Patriots will probably do it, but the Patriots don't need to do it. Because I put the Patriots on the list of somebody that could pick up Haskins. You got.
They would pick
dude, they would pick up Haskins. Like,
yeah.
Because think about it, man. Because Cam didn't, I don't know what's going on.
Dave, don't do it. Don't do it, Dave.
He ain't lighting up. He's not lighting up in New England, bro. He's not getting re-signed. He's not. I have no idea. I'm not watching the game.
Let me check.
But, Slim, you say they have Stidham, but the thing you're failing to realize is that...
Oh, they get destroyed.
What's the score?
31-9. Buffalo. God.
Oh, man.
Dog, Cam ain't coming back to New England next year.
Cam is 5 of 10 for 34 yards.
Dang.
And it's in the third quarter. Y'all would destroy Teddy. Y'all would kill Teddy if you did.
Oh, they said Cam benched. He said Cam benched.
Oh, they benched him again.
Yeah,
by the way, that's the third time that Bill has benched him this season.
He threw an interception. Did you say that he threw some?
No interceptions. Just Stidham is 0 for 1. So yeah, Stidham does have a stat line here. He been sacked twice for negative 20 yards.
Oh man.
Yeah, 5 of 10 for 34 yards.
Man.
No, now Bill. I think Bill loves Cam. I think Bill loves Cam, but I think it also shows like I live up here. So disclaimer for folks who don't realize I live in New England. But I think the big thing that people have to realize is that the fact that Bill has benched Cam twice. This is the third time that Cam has been benched by Bill. The fact that this happened 3 times and Bill has still gone back to Cam says a lot about Stidham. That's just a lot about Stidham.
Real quick, Marcus. I do gotta give Cam his rushing stats. I'm not gonna do Cam like that. He does have 4 rushes for 24 yards and a rushing touchdown. So let's.
Oh, there you go.
He is running. He's been running. He's been running all year because the Patriots don't have an offensive line. So he's been running all year. I think he's got like 10 rushing TDs.
Yeah.
He's been running all year.
That's the best offensive line he ever played behind, if you want to be honest.
Right.
So ain't got nobody else to
But like I know like Belichick had a whole rant about a month ago about when the Patriots media went at him about how bad the team was playing. Bill pretty much broke it down to him like, look, because he's also the GM in New England too. He pretty much told him like, look guys, we've won all these championships for you guys for like the last 20 years. The cap finally caught up on us. COVID, we lost a lot of our players. What do you expect? We only paid Cam $1 million to come here. So what do you expect? Like what do you expect at this point? So he knows what the problem is, and like there's talks that that Carson Wentz might end up there too. So I mean, yeah,
that would be
the Patriots picking up Dwayne Haskins is a Patriot thing for them to do.
Right. That is a Patriot thing. But all right, do we got anything else? Because I gotta get off this thing before my wife kick my ass.
I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all boys for having me on, man. This was fun. I might just start doing this show. I'm gonna come over here because I feel like I know more than y'all, so I like that feeling. So I might come over here more often. And Rashad do all the PowerPoints and everything. Rashad, you do all the PowerPoints.
I do all the work. You just come in here.
You do all the talking, and I just come in here and run the show. I like this.
It is late, man. Now, granted, I don't know what you guys' work schedule looking like, but
Yeah, I gotta get
and we could change the show name to 3-Man Rush. I think it'll be quite fitting.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yo, we might be.
But then we might get 4-Man Rush beef, man. We got to be careful with these things.
Get sued for that, right? Hopefully, we can't get sued for that.
Nah. They probably got a trademark. They probably got a trademark.
Yeah, they probably got it.
But yeah,
I like so that's 3-Man Rush. We need to let them know that.
But all right,
335.
333. Let's do that. We're talking 335. 335 podcast.
Nah, no phone lines today because we went late, and no giveaways. Giveaways will come later when the package
Giveaways will come later, man.
But so that's it, man. That's all I got. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, and all that. And man, we'll catch y'all on. I don't know when we got a zone coverage coming up. I don't know when we're gonna do it. But yeah, man. We gotta get Slim in the building, man. Yeah, we gotta get Slim in for the this Christian McCaffrey zone coverage, and then we got the game on Sunday. That's really it, man. That's really it. So yeah, no phone lines open today. All right. So that being said, man, that's it. Make sure y'all do your thing. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get the 4K.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for these folks. They know what they're talking about a little bit. Rashad put all this work into these PowerPoints. Y'all hit that daggone subscribe button, man. I done told y'all this one of the best Panther podcasts out there. For real.
Appreciate you making an appearance, brother.
Anytime, man. Hopefully y'all have me on again, man. Don't wait that long next time. Just matter of fact, just give me the keys to the house. That way I can come in anytime I want.
Shy got the keys, bro. I barely got the keys to the house, so
okay.
I just
gave the keys yesterday.
Yeah, you got the keys, dog.
Yo, I just got the keys yesterday, man, and he revoked them shits.
Yeah, he had hit me up. He was like, "You want to come on the show?" And then later he was like, "Never mind."
No, cause I can relate to Shy, man. Cause as soon as he was like, "Yo, man, my wife is bugging. My wife is out here," and I'm like, "Yeah."
They came upstairs, bro. We watched the movie Safety yesterday. The Christian movie on Disney Plus. Yo, so they
But
wanted
y'all
to
watch?
the
Did
movie,
you
right?
you watch Soul? Right? Did you watch Soul?
Yeah, I did watch Soul. It was good. I'm a fan of Inside Out. Inside Out is better than Soul.
I've
to
never
be
seen
honest.
Inside Out, so now you're gonna have me checking out
Gonna do
Inside.
that to Soul Man.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
here's
sorry,
the
man.
here's
I'm
the thing.
sorry,
Here's
it
the
is.
thing. Here's the thing about Soul for me. Soul, I thought Soul was excellent. I watched it this morning while I was working out. I thought Soul was excellent. The only thing, and me and the kids are gonna watch it tomorrow. My only beef with Soul is that the jokes and the topic ain't for kids that are under like 12. Like it ain't for kids that are like under 12. Like when you like they talking about some subject matters that you don't want your 6 or 7-year-old out here asking questions about.
That slight at the Knicks was that joint had
Dude, let me tell you something.
that joint.
Let me tell you something. When I saw that, I was on my bike. I was exercising. When that shit happened, I almost fell off my bike. I almost fell off my bike, man. No, but the thing is, I enjoyed the movie. I'm gonna see what my daughter's vibe is. She's 13. My son ain't gonna give half them jokes though. My son's 6, man. He ain't gonna get all that.
I do say that ain't a kid's movie. I think it's just an animated movie for adults.
But the thing's rated
it's
PG,
not an
bro.
adult movie, but it's just it's just kind of
Nah, man. Nah, there's a lot of blackness in that movie. I will say, a lot.
Good movie. Good movie.
Disney gave the keys to the brothers and sisters. I will say.
It was dope.
Good movie. Inside Out's better though. Shout out
I haven't watched Inside Out, so I can't be critical.
What is Inside Out? Is that the movie with the feelings in it? When they
that
okay
because it's a similar concept. The soul, the personality.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay, yeah. I do
thing,
remember. I fell asleep on that movie. Man.
Inside, come on, Pat.
I'm sorry, I fell asleep on it. I fell asleep on it. I haven't seen the whole
So now
Inside Out.
I'll check Disney Plus to see if it's there, but maybe I'll watch it when I hit the bike tomorrow morning.
Inside Out is better than Soul, bro. I'm telling you.
Dog, man, you better
like
brother,
man.
you better be careful when be careful in the black community talking that, man. There's a lot of blackness in that movie. Like the animator was black, the co-director's black.
That ain't even like to me. I try not to make that a big issue, but I just like the whole artistry around it. I love the.
Well, I love Pixar. I love Pixar movies in general. Like I love the CGI that Pixar has been doing.
Right.
I've always been a fan of that type of work.
Inside Out. I can't even watch.
I gotta watch Coco, huh?
Inside Out is dope, and Coco. Coco is great too. Coco's better than both of them. But Inside Out is definitely top 5 Pixar movie. I'm telling y'all, man, Inside Out is dope, bro.
Now I'm about to go watch this thing. My wife gonna be like, "What you watching?" I'm watching Inside Out. God told me to watch Inside Out.
You gotta go watch it. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a great movie, bro. It's better than Soul. I ain't the only person that said that, but.
I mean, it's early too, right? Like, right. I mean, if you want to go with the Soul versus Wonder Woman, I think I'm gonna get a nod to Soul, but I don't.
I haven't
seen
Wonder Woman.
I haven't either. But the thing is, I haven't like. I learned earlier this week that the Batman movies don't count towards the DC universe.
For real? I didn't know that.
No, I didn't either. So like, because they were like, "Yo, rank the DC universe movies," and I'm like, "Where the hell is the Dark Knight? Where's Batman begin? Like, where are these Batman movies?" It was like, "Oh, they don't count," and I'm like, if "They don't count. DC, you ain't got shit. Like, they ain't got anything.
All of them trash.
They all terrible. Like, because the Dark Knight, like, if you want to be keeping a buck when it comes to all these comic book movies, the Dark Knight is probably the best one out of all of them.
Yeah, you can watch Dark Knight anytime, man.
Yeah, like, dog, I can listen to Why So Serious for hours. Like you. Right. Yeah, everybody was saying the Wonder Woman joke was terrible, but I don't watch DCU, so I ain't gonna do it.
All right, let's get up out of here, bro.
Let's make a move.
The movie review. That being said, man, y'all, we out of here, man. Pat, thank you for coming, bro.
No problem, man.
We out of here. All right,
y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Have a good one.